Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and thank you for all the love on my last post. So today I'm sharing a full tutorial on how I create my cinematic AI stories. I'll be showing you how I get my scripts, how I create my scene prompts, how I generate my image prompts, and how I keep my characters consistent throughout the story. And the best part is, a lot of these tools are actually beginner friendly, and some of them are even free to use, which makes it perfect if you're just starting out as a content creator. I know a lot of people thinking once you understand the process and learn how to structure your prompts properly, everything becomes much easier. So I really want to break everything down in a simple way. I'll share tips that help my videos start gaining views on TikTok for storytelling, character consistency, scene transitions, and keeping people watching. So subscribe, like, and comment if you want more tutorials like this. I'll definitely be making more tutorials like this. And also, make sure you check out my TikTok account as well, because that's where I post most of my AI story episodes for now. All right, you guys, enough talking. Now let's get right into the video, and let me show you exactly how I create my AI videos step by step. Also, if you haven't subscribed at this point, please do so.
Okay, guys, so first of all, the intro you just saw before this was made with an AI. Yes, it's an AI podcast type of content. So this is something you can do also to get monetized anywhere, and people are really doing this AI podcast content, and it is way simpler. I'm telling you, it is very simple to do using the step-by-step process that I'm about to show you. So everything is always down to your prompt. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to generate with AI is always down to the prompt, because the prompt you give out to the AI generation video to is what is going to bring out for you. So I used to see like a lot of AI video content based on podcasts that really goes viral a whole lot of times. So, and this way, simpler, it is quick, it is very nice. Or like the AI video, like the movie storytelling type of stuff that goes, you know in multiple ways, or in episodes. It takes a lot of time, but everything is always down to your prompt, no matter what, whether you want to do podcast, a high content video, or you want to do storytelling type of um content, or you want to do anything you want to do with your AI content, is always down to your prompts. So firstly, all you have to do firstly is to go to your chat GPT to generate your prompt. If you do not have ChatGPT, I think the first thing you need to do is to um download ChatGPT. So yes, I already have ChatGPT here, which I'll be clicking on right now. So this is the interface for the ChatGPT. But firstly, what you're going to ask ChatGPT is, I want you to act like a professional script writer. That will give it the mentality of what to write. Very professional professional script writer and a producer. So using this type of thing, firstly we give it the mentality to act like a professional script writer, to give us best of the best story. And also about the producer, it gives it the sense to give us where camera actions is going to be, where the angles, it gives that mentality to give us that kind of thing. That's why I used to do it too. Mhm. So now ask it that, I want you to write me a story. Write me a story. Like, is it story? Let me use story of, just summarize a little bit of what you want. Okay, let's say of a girl that got thrown out of our own father's house because our parents died and left to to okay. I want you to write me a story of a girl that got thrown out of her own father's house because her parent died. And okay, let me just use and our father's relation relate should I use relation relatives, sorry, relatives acquired the house. Then remember what I said, how we want the how we want the character in this image to look like. So we have to give it that so it doesn't forget. So I want you to give me writing or more. I really don't like writing for real. I wish I can record and then just show you what I sent. It's already taking too long. So I want you to give me a detailed script, detailed scene prompts and image prompts. I want you to give me a detailed scene prompt and image prompts. Mm, uh, using the semi 3D pixel style, realism. So this is nice. I think this should really nice. Okay, yeah, realism. Also, make sure that you let it know that you want it to maintain consistency in whatever it's doing, because you don't want your characters looking different in another scene. Hope that makes sense. Maintaining consistency in characters. Yeah. So this is what I ask you to give me. I said I want you to act like a professional script writer and a producer. I want you to write me a story of a girl that got thrown out of her own father's house because her parent died and her father's relatives acquired the house. So I want you to give me a detailed scene prompt and image prompt using the semi 3D pixel style realism, maintaining consistency in characters. So let me see. I want you to write me a short story. So we don't have to go too far because it might start creating episode one, episode two. That's how crazy ChatGPT is. But anyway, let's just go with this for the sake of this tutorial. So yeah, this is how it is. So now let's send it and let's see what ChatGPT is going to generate for us. Mhm. So the title. So this is what ChatGPT sent. Exactly, marvelous, perfect. So ChatGPT gave us the title, which is the house, the store, and then it gave us the gist of the story, which is emotional drama, family betrayal, inspirational. So the style, like I said, is 3D, semi 3D pixel style realism with cinematic lightning, emotional facial expression, soft skin textures, realism African environment, consistent character design throughout. Exactly. This is exactly what we are looking at. So then it gave us the main characters, Amara. Why is it always Amara? But anyway, for the sake of this video, let's just go with it. So Amara, the father is David, the mother is Grace, Uncle Kola, which is a villain, and Auntie BC. Those are the characters in this story, and these are the scene one, scene two, scene three. Yeah, that's nice. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so this is how it looks. This is how your story will look. But if you want it in like AI podcast kind of thing, You write it out just like this. I want you to act like a professional podcast creator, and then I want you to just like that. There are so many ways. It all depends on your prompt. Just tell, after, that before you can ask somebody something, you would have think about it. So whatever you think is what you feel like. Okay, what you think and what you've imagined is what you're going to ask it to give. Do you understand? So yeah. So now let's go straight down to the next tool that we are going to use to generate our character prompts, our image prompt, sorry. So firstly, we have to create Amara. So what ChatGPT give us here is Amara is 17 years old, a dark skin, slim body, natural coily black hair, big emotional brown eyes. She wears simple faded dresses and slippers, innocent but resilient, and semi 3D pixel. If this thing is not there, the AI tool that we are going to use to generate the image prompt will just give us maybe ultra or maybe give us 3D. But because we've highlighted that we want semi 3D pixel style realism, this is going to give us exactly what we are asking for. So now let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So firstly, I want you to copy Hamara, which is the main character from here. Copy it down to the side. Then click on copy. Now the second thing we are going to be using now is you go to your Chrome browser, click on your Chrome browser. After you get to your Chrome browser, type Flow AI. Flow AI. Click on Flow AI, scroll down. You see this Google Flow. This Google Flow. This is what we're going to use. Click on Google Flow. So it's going to bring you down to this interface. Sorry, this is how it looks, but I'm using Google Flow in desktop version because I just like it to be wild also. So now what Google Flow? So I'm going to go with the first Gmail account that I have here. So let it load. Let it load. So after that, if you are new to Google Flow, I've been using Google Flow for the whole of the time that I've been using to create my AI videos. So if you are new to it, for the sake of you that you are new to Flow AI, you see this side where your name is at this side. Yeah, just click on it. Because you are new to it, you'll be given I think 150 credit for a day. Like you are new to it, they will give you 150 credit. You can use it to create any video of your choice. But we are not going to be using this AI to create video. What we are going to use is Flow AI for is to generate the image prompts. Do you understand? Because you can use it as well. I'm not going to lie because the first time I started using Flow AI, I use it to generate videos, but it's not unlimited. After the credit got exhausted, I had to be looking for another AI to use, which doesn't really make sense. But you can, upgrade and then you get your credit. And also, even if you later upgrade self, it's still not unlimited. After you exhaust the credit for the upgrade, that's all. I'm telling you. But it's not really recommended. I'm not saying you can't use it. It's really nice, but I don't recommend it. You can only use this to generate your image prompt for the story, which is very free. You can generate as many as you want, which is very free. So I'm just saying. So now let's get right to the story. So now click on new project. So yeah, after you get to the new project, you see where they wrote what do you want to create. You click on it, and then the prompt that we copied from ChatGPT, you paste it here. Everything is here. Then you now come to this side where they said Nano Banana 2. This is Nano Banana 2. If you are to create video, you click on the video. But if you want, since we are here to create, to generate image, you go back to image, that is text to image. Now this ratios, this 16.9, 4.3, 1.1, 3.4, 9.16 is the ratio you want your video to look like. So now, for instance, we all used to watch YouTube. You see how the landscape for YouTube looks like, and that is 16.9. That is the way you rotate your phone. That's the way YouTube is. So that's anytime you want to create any video for YouTube, you use 16.9. But if you want to create for like TikTok or YouTube short or Instagram, I would say you go for 9.16. But Instagram ratio for this is always 1.1. Does that make sense? Okay. So now, but since for the sake of this video, I'm doing for just TikTok and just YouTube short. So I'll be using 16.9. So now down to this 1 times, 2 times, 3 times. This ones means how many of this image do you want? Normally I would have gone for 1, but sometimes AI do mistakes too. So you can just click on 4, since it is the credit you are using is no, you're not using any credit, so you can just click on 4 videos, 4 images, or 3. So that's it, but most times I use 3. At least we need a 3. I'm going to see one that I really like. Yeah. So next up, this one is you click on this nano banana 2. I would advise you use nano banana 2 because it gives this image quality, which is really nice. And whatever you're creating here for the image, you are using it at a 0 credit. So yes, just click on this times button to let it go, to let it generate. So it is generating now. Now one of it is already telling me we notice some unusual, which happens most of the time. That's why I said clicking on that one time is not recommended, because number one, we are saving time. Number two, we are also looking at which of the video is going to come out really nice in good quality. So since this one already said we notice some unusual, the other one might not say that. So that's exactly what I am talking about. So now let's see what this one is going to show us. Okay, this one has generated. All right, so this is the African girl with curly hair giving us the same prompt, but I actually love this first one. Yeah, so firstly, this is after you've seen the one you want in these videos. This is what semi 3D pixel style image looks like. It looks human but still cartoonish, which you sometimes mix with on TikTok and on YouTube. So I love the first one. She looks really nice. And then I'm going to just download it. I'm going to click on it, like long press on the video to download. Just click on download and then your image will definitely download. So now this is how we're going to go about for the rest of the image prompt, right? So after we've generated the image prompts, let me show you how it looks like. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So this is how Amara looks like. You see, this is 3D semi pixel style, semi 3D pixel style, anyhow you put it. So this is how it looks. It looks like human, but it still have this feature of a cartoon. So this is how it looks like. So this is Amara. This is her dad, still having the same pixel 3D semi style, and also her mom. This is how she looks like, and this is Auntie BC. Then this is the uncle. So these are the 4 characters in the story. So after you're done creating, or after you're done generating the image prompt, which happens to be the first thing you need to do after you've opened your ChatGPT, and after ChatGPT has created the script for you, the first thing you do is to generate the image prompts. Since we already have our image prompt now what we have to do next is to generate our sim prompts, where we'll be putting all these characters in place. So now let's go. So this is a story, like I said, and then we've generated the image prompts. Now this is the scene. So scene one, you'll be generating them scene by scene. Do you understand? So this is scene one. Amara lives peacefully with her loving father in a modest family house. That is, Amara is in the house with her parents, loving parents, which happens to be the father and the mother. That is, three people are in this scene. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now, oh, sorry, or should I say, yeah, three people are in this thing together. So now what we have to do is to copy this same prompt, copy it, and then you go back to Flow AI. Oh, sorry, let it load. So after you get to Flow, then you the same prompt you copied, you're going to paste it here, and then you bring in the um Amara and her father. I think just the two of them are in this scene. Remember, the amount of people that the scene mentioned is the amount of people you're going to put in this scene. That is, after you've copied it, you're going to go to flow. That is here, you paste it. Then Hamara, they mentioned Hamara and her father. So now you're going to put Amara and her father in that house. All right. So now let's click this place. Oh, I don't know what's going on with Flow these days. So I think I have to repeat my phone to be able to see what I am doing. Yeah. So this is it. So Amara, then you click on this part, this place. If the image you need is not part of this image here, you click on this place to upload the image. Now I need to upload Amara's image. I've worked today, so that's why a lot of things are still showing. So Amara, and then you click on the father too. You pick the two people that you need, then boom. So after you've clicked on it, I would advise you, like, I mean, I'm using my phone, so it's quite hard. If you're using your desktop or your tablet, it will be quite, simpler to use. So let's put it back. I think I got what I need. So yeah, so it will upload here. Then you long press it to add. Then you click on add to prompts, Amara. And then the same thing for the father, add to prompts. Then you allow it to generate. Remember what I said about nano banana? Make sure you use three so that you can get three different images. Then you pick from the one that you feel like it makes sense. All right, so let's generate. So now it is generating. I won't be able to do for all the scenes, but I'm going to do just one like this, and then I'm going to generate it so you can see how you'll be able to do it for the rest of the scenes. It is very simple. It is very simple. So let's generate this one first, and I'm going to show you because I don't want this video to be too long. All right, I think it has finished generating. Okay, all right. I don't want to cut this down. I don't want to cut it so you can see how long it takes to wait because of, not all of us are that patient. So no, we are not using this. Definitely not using this because it has this, I don't know, the crop. I don't like it. So yeah, I think the third one is giving, but I don't like the fact that he's holding the paper. All right. Let's see. Her promise to Amara, this house will always be yours. Should we use this one because that's the same thing that the prompt mentioned? I think we can use it now. Let's download this one. Then you long press it to download. Then you click on download. Period, and that's it. Download it. So after you've downloaded it, after you make sure that it has been downloaded to your phone, the next app that you're going to be using to make this image talk, to make it into a video, like image to video. Remember what we did the first time? It was script to image. Now it is image to video. Very simple step. Don't be confused. It is very easy. First thing you have to do, go to ChatGPT to generate your image, to generate your script. Sorry. So when you get your script, generate image for the script, generate people that you are going to use to generate your videos. After you've generated the image, then now we're going to generate the image to video. Do you understand? Very simple. So now let's go. So after I've downloaded this are the image has been downloaded, right? So now the next app we are going to use now is called Gen V. You head to your Play Store. If you are using Apple, you can go to your Apple Store to download it. But if you are using Android like me, you click on Play Store. After you get to your Play Store, you search for Gen V AI. Then you search for it. So I already have this AI opened up in my phone already. So, but if you do not have it, you have to install the app. So now, after you've installed the app, then you open it up like this. So when you get here, let me explain something to you. When I started using this app used to be free. It used to be free, but now they you need to, like, I think you need to upgrade. There is a month upgrade and there's a week upgrade. Do you understand? And it's not really expensive. I think the weekly upgrade for this app is 11,000 naira, while the monthly is 28 or 25,000 naira. I don't remember, but I did the monthly one of recent, and I think it has expired, so, but it's still working. I mean, hopefully, it's still working. So anyway, because if it's not working itself, at this top corner, this place, they would have bring upgrade, but I think it's still going to work, hopefully, and cross. So when you get here, all you have to do as a new beginner, when you download the app, you will have to like log in with Gmail. After you log in with Gmail, you'll be given free trial for 6 seconds. Then before that, you can only create videos for 6 seconds. I don't know if you're getting me, if you are still new, but if you upgrade, you can be able to use 10 seconds upgrade for it. Do you understand? So this, after you've opened the app, this is the interface you are going to see, right? So down here, you see that you are seeing AI Grok. Yes, this app has Grok in it. So instead of using the Grok app straight up, which is not unlimited and also which is not free now, I think Grok is not free again. And even if you upgrade on Grok, it's still unlimited. There is an amount of video you can generate per day, which is super bad. But this one, it is unlimited. As far as you upgrade, you can generate as many videos as you want per day. There is no limit to videos you can do. I hope I'm making sense. All right. So when you get here, I use Grok AI. Though there is Google View 3.1, which is nicely okay too. But I mean, Grok is still very nice, which I love. So I use Grok anytime I want to do this thing. And I use 10 seconds video. You can only generate as much as 10 seconds video on this app. So, which is cool as well. I remember the aspect ratio that I said from Flow AI. 9.16 is YouTube. Sorry, 9.16 is TikTok and YouTube Shorts. While 16.9 is YouTube. Then 1.1 is Instagram. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you want to create video for YouTube Shorts, or you want to create video for TikTok, I advise you use 9.16, which is very nice. But if you want to do for YouTube, go for 16.9. But if you want to post on Instagram, use 1.1. So yeah, but in this case, I'm using 9.16 to make it make sense. So for the resolution, I use 720p always. It makes my video very clean, blur free, very nice, very sweet. This one too is very nice, because I tried it once and it is very good. But then I advise you use 720p HD. Do you understand? So now let's get right to our video. So after you get to this part, now what we want to do, we want to make our image into a video. So now let's go back to Chat GPT. No. Let's go back to ChatGPT for the first prompt. So this is the first prompt. Now, what you are going to do is, you see this image prompt that it gave us, right? You will first of all copy the image prompts. Sometimes, if you don't want it to be after the prompt, after the same prompt, you can just ask ChatGPT to give you this image prompt stuff at the beginning, or even add it to all of the same prompts instead of doing it separately. It all depends on how you want it. So, but in this case, let's copy the prompt first. After you've copied the prompt, come here and paste it here, because we want to add everything together. Oh my god, what's wrong with this thing? Paste it nicely. Then now back to the real story. So now copy the story down to the dialogue, down to the last dialogue. I don't think there's no dialogue again in the story. Down to the dialogue. Now, the reason why I copied the whole scene one is because it is very short. It's because, remember, your video that you can generate on that app is only 10 seconds. So make sure what you are copying is not too long, so the character will be able to say them slowly and okay, not too fast, or they won't be able to say it's finished. So just pick them one, maybe 3 dialogues per once or something. Just pick it. So now that we've picked the whole dialogue, because this one is kind of short, so I'm going to pick everything. Then down here, I'm going to add it down here, right? So I will now copy everything now. So after I've copied everything, oh my god, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Copy everything. I will now go back to Gem V. Okay. So back to Gem V, right? And then I am going to paste it there. I'm going to paste it down here. So let me change back. I want it to be in 10 seconds, and then it's 9.16, and then 720 PHP. Nice. Remember, the story that we are creating is an African. Do you understand? So now I am going to come down here and make it understandable for the AI that I want them to speak in Nigerian English accent. Nigerian English accent. Remember, if you don't do this, they will only speak in Oyinbo language. Like the English will be very fluent, but since it is an African story, we have to make sure they are speaking in African language, like Nigeria in particular. Like, you understand? So now back to the issue here. Sometimes we all know that AI are just machines, and sometimes they make mistakes. So just to make sure that you want them to understand who needs to talk and who not, and who need not to talk. So now we want the father to talk in this aspect. You just like bracket the man. Or if they are like if they are like two men in one picture, you can be like the man in the left hand side or the man in the right hand side. Just describe that person in a way that even you, if somebody explain that kind of video to you, you'll be able to understand it. You understand? Because AI also, I just matches, not everything is what they understand. So now the fact that there are only two people in this video, in this image, we only said the man. So now the man. Now back to Amara, we now say the girl. Nice. So now don't go and create without putting the image. If not, they are going to just create anyhow, any different image for you. But since we want them to talk and we want a particular person to be saying it, you will have to put the image prompt. This image prompt, you had it. So now we now click on create. So this is how it do. Let's create. Let's create. Now, so your video is being created. I'm not going to cut this part because I want you to understand something, that it doesn't really take much time. Don't look at the fact that it is saying 1, 2, 3. It can jump to 90 now. Just, it all depends. It all depends on your network and everything. But I don't understand why the network of this place is just fluctuating. But let's manage it, please, for the sake of this tutorial. So yeah. Okay, so while I was recording this, I realized the sound isn't coming out. So, but I'll be adding the video that I generated after downloading it. So basically what I was saying here is that this is how it is going to be. You remember that we added the father to talk and the father talked. Also, Hamara also said it's okay that, and she also said that. So I'm going to be showing you the video at the end of this recording. So this is where I'm going to stop today, and this is how you will be doing it for the rest of the scenes and for the rest of the characters, to maintain consistency in characters while going forward. All right, I hope you understand it to this part. And also how you will add everything together to make it a story is when you'll be using CapCut for the editing. So I'll be posting a different video on that later on, because that's a different that's a different type of tutorial on its own. So this is how you are going to generate your videos for all of the story scenes. Do you understand? So I hope you understand to this part of the video, and if you haven't subscribed at this point, please do subscribe, follow and like. All right, comment and like. All right, thank you so much. So I'll be putting the video at the end of this tutorial so you can watch exactly how they speak, how the language sound like, how the tune is, how what the father said. So I'll be putting it at the end of this video. Okay, thank you so much and see you another time. Bye.
This house is your future, Amara. No one will ever take it from you.
I know, Daddy.